morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my beautiful hot messes. My name is Mistress Lavender, and today I am reading the 40 Laws of Power. I'm on Law 6 on page 47, starting at Keys to Power. Before we begin, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and obviously turn your post notifications on. Duh. Get your pens out for words we don't know, and let's begin. Keys to Power. Burning more brightly than those around you is a skill no one is born with. You have to learn to attract attention. As surely as the lodestone attracts iron. At the start of your career, you must attach your name and reputation to a quality, an image that sets you apart from other people. This image can be something like a characteristic style of dress or a personality quirk that amuses people and gets talked about. Once the image is established, you have a presence, a place in the sky for your star. It is a common mistake to imagine that this peculiar appearance of yours should not be controversial, that it be attacked is somehow bad. Nothing could be further from the truth. To avoid being a flash in the pan and having your notoriety eclipsed by another, you must not discriminate between different types of attention. In the end, every kind will work in your favor. Barnum, we have seen, welcomed personal attacks and felt no need to defend himself. He deliberately courted the image of being a humbug. The court of Louis VIII contained many talented writers, artists, great beauties, and men and women of impeccable virtue, but no one was more talked about than the singular Duc de Luzon. The Duke was short, almost dwarfit, and he was prone to be the most insolent kinds of behaviors. He slept with the king's mistress and openly insulted not only other courtiers but the king himself. Louis, however, was so beguiled by the Duke's eccentricities that he could not bear his absence from the court. It was simple. The strangest of the Duke's character attracted attention. Once people were enthralled by him, they wanted him around at any cost. Society craves larger-than-life figures, people who stand above the general mediocrity. Never be afraid, then, of the qualities that set you apart and draw attention to you. Court controversy, even scandal. It is better to be attacked, even slandered, than ignored. All professions are ruled by this law, and all professionals must have a bit of the showman about them. The great scientist Thomas Edison knew that to raise money, he had to remain in the public eye at any cost. Almost as important as the inventions themselves was how he presented them to the public and courted attention. Edison would design visually dazzling experiments to display his discoveries with electricity. He would talk of future inventions that seemed fantastic at the time, robots and machines that could photograph thought, and that he had no intention of wasting his energy on, but that made the public talk about him. He did everything he could to make sure that he received more attention than his great rival Nikola Tesla, who may actually have been more brilliant than he was, but whose name was far less known. In 1915, it was rumored that Edison and Tesla would be joint recipients of this year's Nobel Prize in Physics. The prize was eventually given to a pair of English physicians. Only later was it discovered that the prize committee had actually approached Edison, but he had turned them down, refusing to share the prize with Tesla. By the time his fame was more secure than Tesla's, and he thought it was better to refuse the honor than allow his rival the attention that would have come even from sharing the prize. If you find yourself in a lowly position that offers little opportunity for you to draw attention, an effective trick is to attack the most visible, most famous, most powerful person you find. With Pedro Artino, a young Roman servant boy of the early 16th century, wanted to get attention as a writer of verses. He decided to publish a series of satirical poems ridiculing the Pope and his affection for his pet elephant. The attack put Ortello in the public eye immediately. A slanderous attack on a person in a position of power would have a similar effect. Remember, however, to use such tactics sparingly after you have the public's attention when the act can wear thin. Once in the limelight, you must constantly renew it by adapting and varying your method of courting attention. If you don't, the public will grow tired, will take you for granted, and will move on to the newer star. The game requires consistent vigilance and creativity. Pablo Picasso never